Tonight on Joy News Prime, soothsayer who masterminded the killing of a 90-year-old woman on allegations of being a witch arrested. Also, anger in Awoshi here in Accra as residents demonstrate against deaths on the roads due to faulty traffic lights.
Street light have not been working for at least yes. This the traffic light and the street light. It has not been working for years. There's as for the traffic light is 3 years now. The street light there in Accra, it haven't been on even one day.
MPP and NDC trade accusations over the conduct of this year's voter registration exercise.
Are desperately trying to undermine the simple, civil, and peaceful exercise of voter registration into one of ethnocentrism.
And later in this bulletin on Founders Day today, we ask how well do you know the country's founders?
So who do you think are the founders of Ghana?
I think we should think about the people who fought for the country. I think the big six.
Okay.
And parents and mothers.
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and Adokofo
And in business,
second-hand car dealers push for review of automotive development policy as they hint of nationwide demonstration.
Our demonstration is not going to be a one-day demonstration. We shall make sure that the demonstration will continue. If it is 1 month, we don't care.
we're live from our studios in Kokomlemle in Accra on your digital terrestrial TV because we're free to air on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. Let's start with your election headquarters because the governing New Patriotic Party is insisting that there's no voter suppression in the ongoing registration exercise. Addressing a press conference in Accra today, the national chairman of the party, Mr. Freddie Blaze, says the data available from the Electoral Commission does not support the claims of the NDC on the matter. He's therefore inviting Ghanaians to avoid mistaking what he calls genuine intentions to properly police the registration exercise as an attempt to disenfranchise a bona fide Ghanaians.
Do not be misled by John Mahama's Hate for Vote campaign. John Mahama has resorted to this old bogus propaganda trick used by empty and desperate tyrants of decades gone by because he has no policy response to Akufo-Addo's social interventions and economic policies. Ladies and gentlemen, Akufo-Addo has been instrumental in maintaining peace and tranquility throughout the country, including in Dagbon, since he came into office. He will be, and I insist with sincerity, be the last to want to disturb the peace in this country. We must completely and totally reject Mahama's Hate for Vote campaign and look at the real facts. Ladies and gentlemen, is it true that Voltarians are really being disenfranchised? I wish I could not be asking this question, but since he started it and is going around with it, let's now go to the facts. The facts say no. They are not. At the end of phase 5 of the registration exercise, after 30 days, 816 and 69 people have registered in the Volta region alone as against the 2019 regional votes register of 999 of the 2 places. Indeed, on a national average, registration in the Volta region, particularly in Ketu South, has been among the highest in the country. That's a fact. You are in a position to verify. As against the 2019 register, Greater Accra has performed the best across all regions of the country. It's expected. Followed by Upper West, Northern Region, Central, Savannah, John Mahama's own region. Followed by Bono East, Western, Volta before Eastern. Where is the discrimination, I may ask? Are the people of Savannah facing discrimination? I say no. What about the Northern region? I will also say no. Are the Krobos and Nevers in the Eastern region, specifically the Abuakwa areas, complaining about discrimination? Ladies and gentlemen, I will insist no.
Mr. Freddie Blaze says the NDC has run out of options. The reason it has had to resort to arguments of ethnic disenfranchisement to save its face. He accuses John Mahama and the NDC of employing inferior communist tactics to undermine the EC's voter registration exercise.
Our brothers and sisters of the NDC are desperately trying to undermine the simple, civil, and peaceful exercise of voter registration into one of ethnocentrism through outright fabrications, needless exaggerations, and old-fashioned fear-mongering propaganda tactics, and if I will say with your permission, inferior communist tactics. It has not been very smooth, I must say. The Electoral Commission, EC, the arbiter with sole authority to determine elections, has had to prove its mettle over and over again these past few months.
The opposition NDC has presented what it describes as hardcore evidence of alleged acts of intimidation and brutalities meted out to its supporters in the ongoing registration exercise within its strongholds. Some of the videos presented by the NDC captured some military and personnel from the Ghana Immigration Service allegedly harassing drivers in the Kita constituencies, whilst some of the military men were seen at registration centers questioning prospective voters.
President Akufo-Addo, who is a sponsor, promoter, and ultimate beneficiary of the ongoing electoral-driven ethnocentrism and tribal bigotry, has failed to take any action to nip these disturbing acts in the bud. We in the NDC are not surprised by the posturing of President Akufo-Addo towards this rather worrying trend, because this has always been his plan. This is why he has chosen to see nor hear no evil about any infamy or injustice to the Ghanaian people once it advances his electoral fortunes. The media space is awash with incontrovertible evidence and pictorial evidence on these happenings. Yet, as usual, President Akufo-Addo has chosen the path of deception and dishonesty to throw dust into the eyes of unsuspecting members of the public, to conceal the evil tribalistic voter suppression agenda he is supervising. We have also taken note of a labored effort by the Defense Minister, Dominic Nitiwo, to attempt to justify some of the ethnocentric events we have witnessed in the ongoing registration exercise. The Defense Minister's ludicrous attempts to explain away the sheer use of brute force and physical assault by certain elements in the once revered Ghana Armed Forces to prevent some legitimate Ghanaians from taking part in the ongoing registration process only goes to reinforce President Akufo-Addo's attitude of see no evil, hear no evil, once it advances your electoral fortunes. For the defense minister of Ghana to be justifying the unfortunate use of armed soldiers in peacetime to terrorize innocent civilians belonging to a particular ethnic group in areas such as Banda, Uti region, Ketu South, and so on, is ample testament to a deliberate targeting of that ethnic group and the ethnic groups I've mentioned, regardless of where they find themselves. Dominic Nitio should stop the unlawful use of armed military men to harass innocent Ghanaians based on their tribe or ethnicity in the ongoing voter registration exercise if he still has a conscience. Or shut up and spare us his lies if he has nothing meaningful to say. We have had enough of their chicanery and
Ghanaians are observing the 2020 edition of Founders Day, the day introduced as a statutory public holiday with the passing of the Public Holiday Amendment Bill into law in March 2019. It is celebrated on August 4 annually. Prior to that, September 21, which is the birthday of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, was regarded as a Founders Day. With today marking the second edition of the celebration since its introduction, we ask, how well do you know the founders of Ghana? We start from the streets of the capital, Accra.
Okay, so I know of JB Dankwa. Yeah. Okay, JB Dankwa. Oh God. Akufo-Addo's father, what's his name? Not all.
I know there are 6 founders, Akwaje, Obechebi Lamte, Akufo-Addo, and then Kwame Nkrumah. That's all I can remember. Thank you.
We have somebody like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Oforiata, and we also have JB Dankwa, Akufo-Addo, and then Jacobi Sebilante. These are the very people.
I'm aware there are 6. Kwame Nkrumah is Akufo-Addo part. Okay, and I think Akwaje. And then it's Obechebi Lamte part. I don't know. I just know of the 4, but I'm not sure. But like I know Kwame Nkrumah is like the top, yes. So
the ones I know. Okay, Kwame Nkrumah, JB Dankwa, William Oforiata, Akufo-Addo, Akwaje, and Obechebi Lamte.
Okay. I'm not sure I can mention all the 6. So let's start from William Oforiata, Akwaje, Jacobi Sebilante, and Kwame Nkrumah. Yeah, only 4.
And from Accra, we move up north to Damongo in the Savannah region. Listen.
So who do you think are the founders of Ghana?
I think we should think about the people who fought for the country. I think the big 6.
Okay.
And parents and mothers.
Who are these big 6 you are talking about?
I think we can talk of Nkrumah, JB Dankwa. We can also talk of Obechebi Lamte. We can also think about.
Continue.
Okay. We can also think about JB Dankwa, JB Dankwa. I think this is what I can remember for now.
Founders Day happened to be like our past the presidents of the nation, Ghana.
And who are these people?
The presidents like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Akufo-Addo, Buzia, the past presidents, including the present one.
Popular name we all know is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We are all aware that during the struggle he was not alone. He did it with the likes of Akufo-Addo, the likes of JB Dankwa, and then many other guys who helped him to achieve this feat.
Who are these founders? Who are they?
They are the big six.
Can you mention some of their names?
There is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. JB Dankwa, a lot. Just to mention.
And so to come in this bulletin, those chaos at Awoshi Mangwase in Accra today. We'll bring you the details shortly after this break.
As we are talking, the street light have not been working for at least yes. This the traffic light and the street light. It has not been working for years. There's as for the traffic light is 3 years now. The street light there and mark right haven't been on even one day.
Welcome back to Joy News Prime to the rest of our stories. And there was chaos at Awoshi Mangwase in Accra today as the angry youth of the area protested against faulty traffic lights, which they claim have been neglected by authorities. It took the intervention of military and police personnel to unblock the roads after it had been sealed all morning. Residents say the lack of traffic lights there amounts to at least one death every week. They spoke with Joy News' PC Nanaya Safu.
I'm currently at Awoshi Mangwase at the Enyaso Tom Ablikuma North constituency, where, as you can see behind me, quite the ruckus, several military personnel and police detected within the vicinity. It's all about the angry youth of the area who this morning, as at the hours of 8 a.m., staged a demonstration over anger of the faulty traffic lights within this constituency and vicinity. According to them, scores have been killed here, with one gentleman being knocked down by a vehicle yesterday due to faulty traffic lights. I'm going to speak to some of the residents here on how exactly all this went down.
This traffic light behind me has got spoiled for the past 3 years or so. We call on all the authorities to come fix the problem. Those calling for on deaf ears. For the last week alone, I can knock 3 people here. And that is why I want to register our displeasure to the authority. That those of them who are empowered to come and fix the light, to come and fix the light. And if they don't come to fix the light, we will make sure they will not rest. As we are talking, the street light have not been working for at least yes. This the traffic light and the street light. It has not been working for years. There's as for the traffic light is 3 years now. The street light there and mark right haven't been on even one day. The MP came, we hoot at him. We beat at her. We don't want her. This traffic light, look, human beings are removing it. Not that they will come and remove it, can we hit a person? I was every year, right now he's not running again. Even we vote her off.
So we decided to organize a vote just to show our grievances with a placard. Suddenly the police just sprayed me, flooded me with water. Can it? See. You see that the guys, they don't want to go? I'm done. Send message to them. Bruh, about 4 years, I can't count the number of people who have died here. I'm one. My name is Yaforikisi. People know me at the Raka Mompebi Hotel. I I am one of the who organized this a peaceful demonstration just to advertise our grievances.
Okay. And as you can see at the moment, with the vehicles across various lanes, there are 3 lanes here. There's the first lane, that's the second one that you can see in your shot, and there's also the third one there, leading all the way down to Pokwase. Initially, all these roads were blocked by the intervention, but by the intervention of the police and the army, that's the security forces, the roads have now been cleared for vehicles moving both in and out of Awoshi, Mango.
That was a report by Pacey and Anayao Safo there. And still to come in business, second-hand automobile dealers to embark on series of demonstrations. The details when Daryl Kwao takes up on business.
It's not going to be a one-day demonstration. We shall make sure that the demonstration will continue. If it is 1 month, we don't care.
Hi, good evening. Time to bring you some business news on Joy News Prime. My name is Daryl Kwao. Second-hand automobile dealers in the country will be embarking on a series of demonstrations nationwide to push for a review of the automotive development policy. According to them, both the policy and the customs amendment bill have the potential of collapsing about 5 million businesses in the value chain. There's more in this report.
More automobile manufacturers are expected to begin assembling in the country, in addition to the German automaker Volkswagen and others who have already begun work in the country under a new policy. According to the local automobile dealers, all efforts to get the government to amend sections of the policy which threatens their existence have failed. Secretary of the Ghana Automobile Dealers Union, Clifford Ansu, believes a nationwide demonstration can push the government to consider their concerns.
The next thing for us is demonstration, which is we are planning. You know, we have a coalition. We are coming together with a lot of artisans and then stage a very big demonstration. Our demonstration is not going to be a one-day demonstration. We shall make sure that the demonstration will continue. If it is 1 month, we don't care. We shall continue to demonstrate until our concerns, are met. Other than that, we cannot sit down for this our businesses to just collapse. We can't do that.
How many people do you think will lose their jobs if these policies come to fruition and your concerns have not been taken?
5 million and over.
5 million?
I tell you. Car dealers, sprayers, auto electricians, fitters, even truck drivers are going to lose their jobs.
He has also accused the government of not being transparent with stakeholders in drafting the policy documents.
Now, in response to the COVID-19 crisis, the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development says it has allowed its members to postpone their loan repayments up to the end of this year. According to the president of the bank, George Ajekum Nanadonko, the move is part of several measures his outfit is putting in place to support economies negatively affected by the pandemic. He spoke to Joy Business after a working visit to the Chief Justice in Accra.
Since the COVID started, we have extended an amount of $1.5 million to all the member countries to fight the pandemic. We are also in the process of securing what we called COVID facility in concessionary terms to all the member countries to support their fight against the COVID. In addition, all the member countries that have taken money from us, we have also deferred the payment of their principals and interest for the time being, in fact up to the end of the year. So we believe that we are assessing the situation and see what happens. But basically, we are in the process of granting concessional resources to all the member countries to invest in the priority sectors of the various economies that have been affected significantly by the COVID.
In a bid to meet the increasing demand for its goods, Miniso, an internationally known household goods retailer, has launched a new office to deliver a series of products in partnership with Marvel Entertainment Worldwide. The shop, which is located at the Automotive Mall, provides products ranging from fashion to daily life necessities. There's more in the following report filed by Bismarck Ausa.
The new shop located at the Automotive Mall puts to 2 the number of shops behemoth Miniso has opened in the country so far since its inception with Marvel Entertainment Worldwide. The shop has on display series of products covering toys, daily necessities, stationery, and hats, which feature heroes like Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Hulk. Edinam Akbakli is the general manager of the local brand.
When we opened Miniso last year, we told you that we'll be having an interesting partnership with Marvel. Now, this year, we've really brought that partnership right to you and right there at Achimota Mall. Now, Marvel is one of the biggest brands in the world, and movie brands in the world. And Miniso is one of the most trendiest departmental store chains in the world at the moment. This partnership is supposed to bring you exciting products, trendy products, affordable products, and quality products. Now, when you look into our shop, you see some of our products that we are launching under the Miniso Marvel franchise. The objective is to give you about 2,000 different product units that would meet your needs as a family. So we have things for parents, children, spouses and partners.
Mr. Akbakli also indicates that the products are of high quality, creative and affordable.
Very amazing trendy caps. Cool prices. This is our second shop, our Miniso Marvel shop. The plan is to have a couple more of these shops at Ashimota Mall and maybe other malls in the future. And the Miniso Marvel idea and the concept, like I said, is to give you very good and trendy products to your home.
Miniso was established in Tokyo in the year 2013 and it is known globally for its millennial appeal. Bismarck Ausa, Joy Business.
Finally, tonight, let's check out how trading ended this holiday on the commodity market. For business, coming up next is sports. Stay tuned.
Today was supposed to be the day that I'll be bringing you the breaking news story that Palmer, that's Wilfred Osekweku, has either won or lost his disqualification claim or complaint against the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Unfortunately, that is not exactly according to the script. I'm Gary Al Smith with the sport, and what has happened is that the entire sports journalism fraternity has been given an apostle, if you like. Joining me on Zoom to discuss why the Court of Arbitration for Sport did not bring out the decision, despite letting us know that today was when it would, are my two colleagues, Seydou Adamu, who you see in the shots there, and later Benedict Osu. Seydou is a sports journalist, and thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you for having me, Gary.
Okay. First of all, why did the decision not come?
Well, at this stage, it's very difficult to speculate and also very difficult to pinpoint why the decision hasn't come. But I believe that if we want to know why the decision hasn't come, we need to go straight to the doorsteps of Mr. Wilfred Osekweku Palmer and also to the Ghana Football Association, because if we do recall, of all the two occasions where CAS announced that they were going to deliver the verdict, they wrote directly to the clubs and to the parties, and it was never published on their website. Therefore, if there's anything to go by, we need to go straight to the Ghana FA with Mr. Wilfred Palmer to find out why the decision is not in at the moment.
Is it abnormal?
No, it's not abnormal. It's normal. If you read the CAS rules, the rule 58 and 59, it says that once a rule is not signed by the Director General, the rule cannot be, or the verdict cannot be announced. So I'm of the opinion that the rule has not been, or the verdict has not been signed by the Director General, because now CAS made it clear to us, about 4 months ago, that due to the COVID-19, they would have to sit online and that verdict would have to be delivered online. Therefore, it's my opinion that the verdict has not been delivered to the Director General to sign. And therefore, this shouldn't be a surprise to many of the people. And in fact, let me also admit that this is not a landmark case as many people have suggested. If you consider cases like the UEFA against Manchester City, and the Asian Football Association against Qatar and UAE, you could realize that these cases are what classifies as landmark cases, and therefore they publish on their websites and also give press releases to them. This very case has not, we've not seen any of such instances. Therefore, for me, it's normal for cars.
No. I think people say it's landmark, Seydou, because in the Ghanaian context, it's unprecedented.
Obviously, to the Ghanaian context, it's unprecedented, but to the world at large, to the cars, it's a usual decision, because if you do recall, in 2018, such a decision was taken with regards to Anoka when their election was overturned.
That is the African Olympic Committee.
Exactly. I've gone through the CAS bulletin from 2016 and it wasn't published. Even the Tema Youth versus GFA case was not published in the CAS bulletin. So clearly, it should tell you that this is not as huge as we expect to see across the world. It's huge in Ghana, as mentioned, but not as huge as it is across the world.
So going forward, I mean, journalists, myself included, I was at Keto Kraku's house waiting for an exclusive. Didn't happen. So what next? I mean, seriously though, next time CAS tell us that the verdict is coming on this date in this month, should we take them seriously?
But yeah, I guess we should take them serious. For me, I think the parties need to be clear to us. And when I say the parties, I mean the respondents and the
appellants.
The appellants. They need to be, fair to Ghanaians. They need to be a bit open to Ghanaians, because I believe, I have a strong conviction they know what's
going on.
Yes, and therefore they need to communicate something. If you have gone to social media, you realize that the lead counsel for the Ghana Football Association has made a certain comment, and this is off the bar. She says that she's being silly and that the verdict will come through the borders, and once the borders are closed, CAS is not going to deliver that verdict. This is just off the issue. This is what the lead counsel for the Ghana Football Association has just put on a social media handle. And so I think they know what's happening and they need to open up to Ghanaians.
Okay, Seydou Adamu, thank you very much as always, giving us insightful perspective on the trending story. And so we have to wait to know whether the GFA, as it stands, will stop work or whether Palmer will be winning his case that he's taken to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. For now, though, it's later. I'm Gary Smith, and that's the sport.
Welcome back to Joy News Prime. Let's get down to the rest of our stories. And a three-member investigative committee is to probe student unrest at Cheneboakodia Senior High School in the Ashanti region. The committee, established by the Seche-Kumewu district, has 2 weeks to submit a report. It follows riots by final year students over supervision of the ongoing West Africa Secondary School certificate examinations. They accused the headmaster, John Bewa, of being too strict on them in the examination hall. Nana Yaojima has more in the following report.
Seche-Kumewu District Director of Education, Joseph Donko, heads the investigative team. The others are Police Detective Inspector Emmanuel Oponsapon and District Deputy Coordinating Director Gideon Boabin. District Chief Executive Samuel Ade Ajekum says the committee has 1 week to submit its report.
The whole thing centered not only on the invigilators. I think they alleged that one of the teachers was attacked by the headmaster, took the phone and then hit it on the ground. And I believe that they were not pleased with it. I personally also was baffled. What were they expecting that they couldn't get? So I told them that, we need to look at that aspect also. But the major issue that confronted me, that I had to overcome, was the paper that they decided not to write. And we were able to right the wrong and then get them back to the classroom.
A viral video captures a female student screaming out orders for distraction because authorities want them to fail in the examination. Her colleagues are either heard shouting in support or seen looking on. The footage of school's dining hall shows furniture toppled over and food scattered on the floor. Club welding male students were then on a march through the streets of Kumawu, headed for District Chief Executive's office. One of them spoke to Insha FM on condition of anonymity.
Some people were denied permission to use the bathroom, even 30 minutes to complete the first paper. One lady had to urinate on herself. 4 people I know were slapped by the headmaster. A teacher was slapped and his phone smashed because he alleged the teacher was trying to get questions for us. We wrote the second paper 2 hours late because of the incident. We started our paper at 3 when every school was done. We had the questions before going into the examination hall. Our friends from other schools sent the questions to us. It took every student less than an hour to complete the 2-hour 30-minute paper.
Students allege the headmaster smashed an invigilating teacher's phone for no apparent reason, which they find intimidating. The DC says the administration will work with education authorities to resolve the matter appropriately.
And according to them, they don't want the headmaster in any of the examination halls from tomorrow when the examination resumes. What are you doing about this?
Yesterday I was with the Director of Education here, and we will not do anything to mar the peaceful atmosphere that we are enjoying currently. So it is in his own interest and then the security of the exams, so that at the end of the day, when all is said and done, he will also be protected.
For Joy News, Nana Ojima reporting.
Police in the Savannah region has arrested Hajia Sirena 40, the priestess who masterminded the killing of 90-year-old woman in the village of Kafaba in the Savannah region. A viral video showed angry villagers stoning a vulnerable woman to death last week. The police has already picked up 5 suspects over the killing. We're joined on the line by Chief DCOP Enoch Educhumbediakon for more. So, sir, what more do we know following the arrest of this woman?
Yesterday she was arrested at Yeji, following an information given to us by an informant. So this morning we went for her from Yeji and brought her to Damongo. During interrogation, she admitted being the one in the video. So tomorrow morning we shall take her to court and to seek for him to continue with our investigation.
I'm grateful for your time. DCOP Enoch Educhumbediakon is the commander for that area. We'll be following up and bring you details tomorrow. And that's how we wrap up Joy News Prime tonight. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.